Greetings Namibia, and indeed to our global audience. Welcome to another insightful episode of On the Farm with me, Michael Madimba. Today we are taking a different twist. I'm sitting here with Mr. Philemon Nangonya, the Corporate Communications Specialist of Agribank. He's going to shed more insights about what the institution stands for, its vision, its mandate, and the various instruments that they offer. Good day, Mr. Nangonya. It's a pleasure to have you.
Good day, Michael. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Let's get right into it. Could you please kindly share a bit more insight about Agribank, its role, its mandate, and its objectives?
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. First of all, Agribank, we all know, it's a state-owned enterprise, mainly with the mandate of promoting growth and development of the agriculture sector. So we do this now through the provision of affordable and also innovative financial or financing solutions. So that is mainly the mandate of the Agricultural Bank of Namibia, known as Agribank.
Great stuff. Then how do you then differ from the archetypal banks that we have in Namibia, the commercial banks?
Yes, as I said earlier on, we are a state-owned enterprise, and for that matter, we are a development finance institution. So being a DFI, we do not provide banking services. We are an agribank, but we do not provide banking services, as you may find with some other banks, your commercial banks and alike. But for us, we are in the business of mainly lending money. We are in the business of lending money for the purposes of promoting growth and development of the agriculture sector. So that's what makes us different. So we are an SOE, and also we are a development finance institution.
Now let's talk about the financing instruments that the bank offers to the players in the agricultural sector. Would you be kind enough to share a bit of those? And perhaps are they also segmented into, say, let's say perhaps or communal farmers, small-scale farmers, or commercial farmers?
Well, Agribank, as I said earlier on, we exist to provide financing for the agriculture sector or in the agriculture sector, and we finance the entire agricultural value chain. So there is nothing that we don't finance in the agriculture sector. And when it comes to financing, we don't only finance those that are in the commercial areas. We also finance those that are in communal areas. You can either be as an individual, or you can either be as a company, or as a trust, or as a group. We can still serve you. So that is mainly how we serve. But I should also indicate that it's not only for the existing farmers. We are serving also those that are starting up. If you are a startup farmer, you want to set up your farming activities, be it in poultry, be it horticulture, or be it livestock farming, we can also assist you in that regard. So anything that is related to agriculture. The bank has introduced various schemes. One of them is the Women and Youth Loan Scheme. So the Women and Youth Loan Scheme is mainly addressed at the women and also the youth, mainly to attract those categories into the agriculture sector, because for some time we have observed that the industry is mainly dominated by male, and then we came up with interventions now, very deliberate interventions, to say, can we rather have some sort of targeted approach in terms of having some attractive interest rates, and also some terms and conditions that are relaxed, favoring women and also the youth. And hence we have such kind of interventions. The other is also the ERFP product that we have. The ERFP is the Emerging Retail Financing Program, which is mainly focusing on full-time communal farmers. And mind you, this is an unsecured facility. So meaning with this kind of facility, we are targeting those that are in communal areas, full-time, farming full-time, but also we are saying you will not be subjected to the other normal procedures of you providing collateral or providing some sort of security as securing your loan. So these are unsecured lending facilities, mainly aimed at addressing the needs of those that are in communal areas. While we are there also, we also have what we call the no collateral product. So the no collateral product is mainly for the salaried employees, those that are employed 8 to 5 or whatever time, but then they are farming part-time. You know, you are farming part-time, but also you are farming part-time in communal areas. So this could be now your teachers, your nurses, your police officers, so that, you know, these people, they want to do farming, but they also want to keep their job. But again, when they want to enter into farming, they may be restricted by some sort of collateral, for instance. They may not have security. So we came up with an intervention to say, can we rather not accommodate these colleagues by, you know, having their salaries to be used as the monthly, you know, repayment in terms of you servicing the debt.
Let's talk a bit more about the processes, you know, the A to Z process of just an overview of how it works when one applies for a loan. What is typically required? What is normally the waiting period before the loan is actually approved?
Yes, that's a loaded question. As I said earlier on, the process is very simple. Once you approach Agribank, you enter any of our Agribank offices countrywide. We do what we call now just the screening process, just to understand your profile, so that we can then link you to the best, you know, scheme or loan product that suits your profile. So the first one will ask you, okay, are you currently employed, for instance? If yes, then we already sort of have an idea that we can channel you through to the no collateral. So are you perhaps having a property that you can provide as security? And then we know, if you say yes, then we know we'll channel you through the normal Agribank loan schemes, you know, where you are going to see that particular property that you have, and then that becomes the collateral. Or thirdly, we will then ask you, are you perhaps, but this is now if you are a woman or you are a youth, you know, what is your age and all that will determine if you are still within the youth category. So if you are a youth or a woman, then we'll channel you through the women and youth loan scheme. And this comes really with very attractive interest rates and terms and conditions. And the fourth one is the one that I mentioned earlier on, the Emerging Retail Financing Program, which is mainly the ERFP for full-time communal farmers. So we'll ask you, are you currently farming in communal areas full-time? We don't want those that are employed somewhere else, but we want a person to be under this program only when you are full-time at your communal farm, because it's a product that is aimed at, you know, increasing financial inclusion at the communal level. Yes. So in terms of the application, that application, once you are then channeled through the right scheme, we will then take you through the normal credit policy processes. And that is now an internal process. It will go through various structures of the bank, and up until your loan is approved or you are informed of any shortcomings that you should then rectify before we proceed. And lastly, in terms of now the waiting period, we always say that our waiting period ranges from 3 weeks to 3 months. Because we have various processes that we need to undertake there are post and there is pre-inspection, there is post-inspection, and also the due diligence that have to be done by the bank. Not to forget also the process of making sure that at least your business plan is viable and it's one that is really going to yield some positive results in terms of your farming enterprise.
Thank you. Then perhaps lastly, could you be kind enough to share your prospects of what the future holds in terms of Namibia's agro sector and anything else you might want to add?
Well, from the agriculture, from the Agribank's point of view, I just want to inform the public that as a bank, we will continue, shaping the future in the best interest of the agricultural industry and also in the best interest of the sustainability of the institution. So we'll continue carrying out our governmental mandate, especially that of now promoting and developing the agriculture sector.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nangonya.
Thank you very much, Michael.
That was quite
It was a pleasure to be with you.
I really appreciate it. Likewise.
Thank you. Okay.
There you have it, Namibia. I was speaking to Mr. Philemon Nangonya, the communication specialist of Agribank, giving us some interesting perspective on the bank's mandate, its objective and its future aspirations. For all agro entrepreneurs that are hoping to undertake any agro related business, please do come through to Agribank. They are located right in the heart of the capital here in Windhoek. For myself, Michael Madimba, and the entire crew behind the scenes, it's bye-bye.